Good evening, YouTube. Like I said before, this is Cody Haynes with Unreal Outdoors, and I told you I was going to get you some more content. Right now we're on the beautiful whitefish chain. Unfortunately, we're not catching too much fish right now, but believe me, that footage is coming. I just felt that it would be a good opportunity to make a video on some of the tackle that we're using, the depths that we're fishing, and go over stuff like that. So, without further ado, like I said, this is Cody Haynes with Unreal Outdoors. I'm fishing with my good buddy Rick with Man on a Mission Fishing. If you haven't seen his videos, please go to his YouTube page, watch his videos, like and smash that subscribe button. He's got some pretty good content on there. They catch some pretty nice fish, especially panfish. So take a look at his channel when you get the opportunity. As of right now, I will kind of go over the unit that I'm using and the lake that we're fishing on, the depth, things like that. So if you look down here, I'm using the Humminbird Helix 7. Now these units have a lot of features. So if you're in the market, you've been fishing with the Vexilar for many years, you'll know that Vexilar is a very good brand. I still have my dad's FL18, so they're very, very good. If you're looking to upgrade, getting into that digital era, and you especially want to use a unit for both ice fishing and summer fishing, I feel Humminbird is great for their value with all the features that they come with. Right now, as you can see, I've got my flasher pulled up. It shows your IR, your cone angle. It shows 6 feet right now based off of the depth. I think I've got mine set to 15 to 21 degrees. That's not a real big deal. We can get into that later if need be. But as you can also see, I have my GPS pulled up on the screen. This lake is a pretty big lake. Like I said, we're on the whitefish chain. As you can see, there's a lot of blue area here. That blue area is actually deeper water. I don't know that you can see the numbers on here, so I'll rattle it off. 72 feet, 78 feet, 99 feet, 88 feet. And then you see these white spots. These white spots are actually structures. It's basically a hump in the middle of this lake right now in deep water. And this lake is full of them. They're rock piles with a little bit of mud on top of them. So when you're fishing walleye, there's a lot of structure for them to choose from. The reason I picked the spot that I did, one, it's straight off the landing, so it's convenient for me right now. But two, as I zoom in, you'll notice, like I said, it's a hump. There's shallower water in here surrounded by all this deep water. And where I'm parked specifically, if you notice around the edges, it's a fairly steep drop off. There's really no gradual decline in depth. And right now there's a big, I call it a ramp. There's basically a big ramp. It's a segue for these walleyes to travel when they're going to their feeding ground and when they're leaving at the end of the night, early in the morning. So I parked in the middle of that right there. We're in about 20 feet of water, as you can see on the flasher. And like I said, the reason we did that is because that's where the walleye are traveling to and coming from when they're feeding. And the first night we had this out here, I really couldn't stay asleep. The rattle reels were going down almost constantly. The second night we stayed out here, there was almost nothing. We had a few bites and that was about it. But walleye are like that, and weather really plays a big role in things like this. For example, the best fishing that I have ever had has been when there's a low pressure system moving in, and about a half hour to an hour into when that pressure system finally arrived is when I've caught the most fish or the biggest fish. So that barometric pressure plays a big role in this. Yesterday it was 43 degrees, today it's 22 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to be in the teens. So that probably has a big role into the fish biting right now. Like I said, it's pretty slow. I've got a dead stick in one hole. I've got my jigging stick in the other hole. Obviously, I'd be jigging right now if the fish were biting. But I'm going to reel my rod up here, and I'll kind of show you what we're using, and we'll dive into the tackle box. So the rod I'm using right now is a tuned-up custom rod, Commander. Awesome walleye rod. I've used it up on Lake Winnipeg. It's got a great backbone. A little bit of a light action there so you can tell when they're biting. It's got the titanium recoil guides for flicking the ice off there. It's a little bit expensive, but it's an awesome rod for its value. What I'm using right now is a Rapala Rip and Wrap. It's got that sound, and it's actually painted with Viper custom colors. So this one is actually the tulipy color. I've done pretty well with this one, but we'll actually go over to the jigs that I have on the counter here. We're in the Unreal Ice Fishing Lodge, Ice Castle, and I've got my jigs up on the counter here, and I'll kind of go through some of this stuff right now. So as of right now, as you can see, I've got some more Rip and Wraps up here in this row. This is another Rip and Wrap painted by Viper Custom Colors. It's kind of weird. I've never really used this one yet, but I'll give it a shot one of these days. The best color I've ever had the best luck on anyway is this Rip and Wrap right here. It's a number 4 Rip and Wrap perch, Fire Tiger perch pattern. This is the best color I've had the best luck with, but that can range from person to person depending on what lake they're on. This is another number 4 Rip and Wrap right here. Another Fire Tiger perch pattern, a little bit different color there. And I've got my blue and chrome one. I use these in the summer too, especially when you get up into the number 6s. I'll use these in the summer as well. And then I've got some other stuff here. I've got the Z Vibra, which has been really good this year. I've got pink here, and then I've got gold. And then I also have a few Dinner Bells by Frostbite. If you haven't heard of them, check out their website. They have some awesome stuff. These are great for panfish, and I actually use them for walleye up on Lake of the Woods. Right here is the silver. It's called the Burnt Purple on their website. It's got a little bit of purple on that side. You might not be able to see it very well, but these are awesome. You can kind of hear the noise there. I've got a couple of big ones. On my 13 rod over here, I've actually got a straight gold one. I was using this up on Lake of the Woods. But I love the Dinner Bell. I've got some small ones too. This is the micro for panfish. They also carry those in the same colors as they carry the larger ones in. This is the Burnt Purple as well. Up here, first time I ever went on to Lake of the Woods, this is the first lure I used. It's by Clam. It's the Leech Flutter Spoon with the white bucktail and some sparkle in there. Had really good luck with that one up on Lake of the Woods as well. I've also got a VMC tumbler spoon, perch pattern with gold on the back. Those work really well with a minnow head for walleye. I've got the Hyperglide. Never really had good luck with that, but I've got it in my tackle box anyways. You just never know. It's got the wings on there. So when you're jigging, it kind of does a spiral pattern in the water. It's actually kind of neat. Next, I've got a Haley, which has been good for both panfish and walleye, depending on what size hook you have on there. This one's a glow jig. You can glow that one, but these are really nice in the water too. The panfish love these jigs. I also have a Cashmaster, which I think is a cross between a Haley and a Swedish Pimple, if you really look at it. Got that in a couple different colors. This one's got a treble hook on it that glows as well. And then the hottest lure that I used up on Lake of the Woods this year was this buckshot lure. It's got a rattle inside. You can't really hear that one, but it's red on the back, glows red, and it's metallic orange and black on the front. So when I talk about colors, when it comes to lakes, if you're fishing in a lake that's got rusty or stained water, you're going to want to go with colors such as chartreuse orange or gold. Those seem to be the best in really any lake that's got rusty colored water. Chartreuse will work very well no matter what color in these lakes, but the best luck I've ever had and that most people will have are orange and gold in water like that. Anytime you're in clear water, chartreuse colors, metallic, those always add a flash. But when I'm fishing walleye, I definitely want to have some noise involved with that because that attracts them in, especially on slow nights like this. I've had a couple of looks down here tonight with that Rip and Wrap that I was using, and I'm guessing it's probably because of the noise that was involved with that. If I was just jigging a minnow head, I don't know that we'd have real good luck right now. But anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to go over tonight. If you have any questions, please comment below. Otherwise, if you want to see specific content, I know you all want to see fish, right? That's coming. So be patient with me. I just ask that you're patient with me. I'm still learning the whole editing thing here on YouTube. I've still got to edit the video from Lake of the Woods. We got a little bit of good content out of that one. Some good fish, definitely. I know towards the latter half of that trip, we started seeing walleyes coming in at about 23 feet. And we were fishing at about 30. So they were coming in suspended. And those are actually the biggest fish we caught on the trip. But anyways, like I said, I'm editing that video right now. I'm going to get back to fishing out on the beautiful Whitefish Chain and the Unreal Outdoors Fishing Lodge Ice Castle. And stay tuned for more videos as they become available. And thank you for watching. Please like this and smash that subscribe button.